Hey, this is Rob with Road Dirt, and we have had this Indian FTR 1200 for exactly a week today. And I thought I'd give some rider impressions. First of all, with that Akrapovic exhaust, this is the sport version that comes with that. This thing sounds fantastic. Up in the rev range from like 4,000 on up, man, that Akrapovic exhaust just roars. It's really cool sounding on this V-twin. I've had the opportunity to put it in sport mode. It's actually got rain, standard, and sport. And sport, I didn't really get a lot of difference except for the fact that it really tightens up the gear ratios in each gear. And but I really like standard. It's a nice spread. You really get on it, and man, it'll like lift the front in every gear, even in standard mode. And I've ridden it with the traction control on and the ABS on. And I actually had an instance in traffic a couple of days ago where moving along on a road with a couple of cars in front of me just suddenly came to a stop. I don't know, 2 or 3 cars up, somebody just slammed on the brakes, caused everybody to just get on theirs. And I cramped down on it, and man, it just was smooth as silk. No jacking, no fishtailing or anything. It just stopped with ease. And I've noticed also that it's cold starting. When you first start it up, you got to let it get up to about 135 or so on the temperature, which it'll read out on the TFT display, and then you're good to go. But below that, it wants to chug. It's just kind of cold natured, even in the hot Georgia weather here in the south, as we've had so far. And but I've really enjoyed riding it. It's a bit tall. Remember, it's patterned after a flat tracker. So for a little guy like me, I'm all of about 5'8". I'm kind of up on my toes, at stop signs and stoplights and in traffic, but it's fine. I love the brakes are great on it. Brembo brakes, front and rear. The clutch pull is just sweet on it. Man, it just shifts between the gears just effortlessly. It really does. So got a great feel to it. Really enjoying it. Got it till next week, unless I can talk them into giving me a little bit more. It's on loan from Indian Motorcycles via their marketing partners, the Brand Amp. I want to thank all of them for kind of helping me do this and pull this thing off. And they've been really good to me, Indian and the Brand Amp. So had a lot of fun with it. I want to show you the display. The display on this thing is just really cool. So let me Now I've noticed when the temperature inside the engine, which is right there, gets to 207, the fan cuts on. It's not 207 right now, but it's on. Keeps it nice and cool in traffic. There is no worries about this. Of course, remember, this is also a water-cooled engine, and so it just handles the heat with ease. When you fill up, I filled up, it showed me about 135-mile range. That's about par for the course for this. It's not built to be a long-distance tourer, although we are going to tour with. I'll talk about that in a minute. You fill up right there, but this actually is an air box cover. The tank, the gas tank, is actually underneath the seat, which is really cool. So, ride's great, man. I've enjoyed it. Mirrors work really well, and like I say, it sounds great. Check us out. Got a sweet sound. Oh, by the way, picked up a tail bag for it because obviously on something like this, you're going to be kind of hard pressed to use, regular saddlebags. So, Cycle Gear of Lawrenceville gave me a Sedici T2 performance bag, and this thing is perfect for this. It just cinches what we're actually going to do this coming weekend, I'm actually riding this as a road trip bike to Barbara Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama for their 15th annual Vintage Fest. We'll be there covering that, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to ride this thing a few hundred miles over, a few hundred miles back. Have a great time with it. So, give you a little walk around of the bike. It's absolutely phenomenal motorcycle. I am having a blast with this bike. Really cool. We've been commuting with it, and it works great to commute with. It's a great commuter bike. We've done some just riding with it, just having some fun on days off. Last couple of days, we've been able to take some time and just go ride the roads of North Georgia. And man, it is a curve carver. And then, like we said in our introduction video, we're going to give an impression of how to tour with it. So anyway, stay tuned. Rob with Road Dirt, over and out. Well, we come to the end of our time with the Indian FTR 1200S. And what a ride it has been. This has been a super fun bike to ride. I tell you what, it has been a blast for the last little over 2 weeks that we've had it. I'll tell you what we didn't do. We didn't do wheelies with it. We didn't do burnouts with it. Didn't do stoppies or drift with it, things like that. You've seen all that in videos. You know what it's capable of doing. We approached it from the standpoint of, what's it like to own one? If it's your money that you're sinking into it, your money for tires, how do you treat it? How are you going to ride it? Well, as a commuter, it's a fantastic commuter motorcycle. It's light, quick, flickable, maneuverable in traffic. I give it a thumbs up as a commuter bike. Fantastic. Commuted with it just about every day to work and back, the different gigs that I do. As a day rider, it goes without saying, it's a freaking hooligan bike. This thing is hilariously fun to ride. Blasting down country roads, you know, kind of conditions and roads like that, out away from towns and cities, down through the countryside. Man, this thing is just so much fun to ride. And then, of course, we did a 4-day road trip with it. We took it out on a road trip. Went to the Barbara Motorsports Park 15th Annual Vintage Fest on it. And it's a little bit limiting as far as, you know, space for luggage and things like that. But we found the perfect tail bag via our friends at Cycle Gear of Lawrenceville. And it's expandable up. And that plus a backpack and, you know, it makes for a great road trip bike. It's not designed to be a tourer or something like that, but you can tour with it. you can definitely road trip with it. So it checks all three boxes for us. It's a great commuter. It's a great day road trip, road bike, and it's a great road tripper too. If you have the opportunity, I'd encourage you to check out a local Indian dealership and take one for a test ride. I think you'll be impressed, just like we are. So you may have to find a place in your garage, in the stable for it, because it's worth it. It's a great motorcycle. We highly recommend it. Well, this is Rob with Road Dirt. Thanks for checking out the FTR with us and following our progress with it. Until next time, ride life.